Hey guys, it's Tajay and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, I've gotten my Florida real estate license and I also decided to move to Florida. That's where I've been. I have been on here because I've been getting my life together. But I kind of just want to come on here and talk about all the tips and tricks and resources that I learned and of course pass them on to you. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for checking me out. I'm also licensed in Dallas, Texas, where I'm from. And even though I'm no longer there physically, I'm still there actively. And it's all a part of the plan. My plan is to be licensed in a couple states and traveling and just helping people buy and sell real estate. So if you're new here, I did not go through a real estate school last time to get my real estate license. I actually went through a community college and I did a semester to get my real estate certification, sorry, not my license. I ended up going through a real estate school so I can give you guys that type of feedback since you're gonna be all over well, maybe all over the world. I don't know where you're looking. But if you're thinking about moving to Florida, you can also use this resource as well. Well, it used to be called Real Estate Express, but they've since changed the name to Calibri Real Estate. And I will put their name here, logo, all that good stuff, so it'll be easy for you guys to find. And I'll also link all of this information in the description box below so that you guys can have all the resources directly, accessible to you. So it took me a couple months to get the certification done. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 20 chapters. And with each chapter, there was a quiz at the end of each one. I believe you have to make like an 80 and above before you can move on to the next chapter. So it wasn't too time consuming just because of a YouTube channel that I found. His name is Charlie Chang. I have his picture here and now I have the YouTube video that I came across. I don't like to read. I really don't. Probably shouldn't say that, but I don't like to read like long, drawn out chapters and stuff like that. That is just not my thing. So I was watching Charlie's video and he has a video on passing your real estate license the first time and kind of breezing through the certification process. And in there he mentions how you can pretty much skim through the chapters, but at the end of each chapter there's a chapter summary and you can kind of use that to pass the quiz at the end of each chapter. So when I tell you I did that, and it saved me a lot of time because whenever I started reading chapter 1, I think it was taking me like a day or two to just read the entire chapter. And I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to do that. I'm a full-time real estate agent and I was in school and full-time as well earlier this year. And I'm going back this last fall semester to finish my real estate degree. So it's a lot, and there was an option for you to kind of like cut a little corner, but still, learn the information and, pass. So why not take it? So this is some good information that I definitely want to pass along. I will leave that link in the description box directly to his channel so you guys can check it out as well. So I also came across this guy's YouTube channel. His name is Martez Kelly. He's actually really cool. Now that I live here in Florida, I think we go to the same gym. I ended up following him on Instagram. Congrats if he comes across this. He just got married, I believe, which is pretty cool. But his video let me know to go ahead and do your background check right now. Go ahead and do the application on DPR Florida. It's where you sign up to be eligible to even take the licensing exam. And it can take up to a couple of weeks for you to, get approved for that. So what you don't want to do is go through, take, a couple months to do your certification, then apply, have the background check ran, do all this stuff, and it takes another month or two. So before I even did my certification, I went ahead and applied through DPR, and I had to wait a couple of days and do my background check. So that works. So once I was finished doing my certification, I was all set up and ready to go. I finished my certification before I moved here to Florida. I knew earlier this year that I wanted to move, so I kind of got the ball rolling like around March, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of made the decision, well, I definitely made the decision in February to move. And I had a good support system, so it wasn't too hard mentally, but I just knew I had to work my butt off to afford to move. Because Florida is a little bit more expensive than Dallas. So yeah, once I got my certification completed, I went ahead and, you know, moved here. It took me a couple weeks just because I wanted to enjoy Florida and, you know, my vacation. And then I went ahead and took my real estate exam. Now I did pass my real estate exam on the first try. And I'm gonna tell you guys 2 YouTube channels that helped me. And I also purchased a course. I know a lot of people are familiar with Prep Agent. Prep Agent did not help me in regards to Florida. It definitely helped me in regards to Texas. Back home, you have 2 separate exams. You have a state exam and you have a national exam. I think it helped more with the national exam because it was a lot of vocabulary on there. And it's just gonna help out with that. But here in Florida, there's 1 test. It's 100 questions, potentially 103, 105 for some just extra questions that they have. And yeah, it's just all mixed up. The state and national portion is just 1. So I think Prep Agent was just a little too broad for me, and I needed help with like just studying the state portion of Florida, because I think I pretty much remembered a lot of the national. And unfortunately, Texas does not have reciprocity with anybody. So because of that, I had to go back to school and, you know, get the certification and then come here and take the licensing exam for state and national. Which is so crazy, Texas. Yeah, but that's gonna work out. The next place I wanna get my license is in Georgia. So yeah, and then Cali, but I don't think California has reciprocity with Florida or Georgia. The first person that helped, okay, her name is Karen Clymer. Now, I remember failing my Texas real estate exam. If you follow me, if you're subscribed and you're not new here, you know I failed my real estate exam about 4 times. And I remember whenever I went back and just studied the math, I passed. So for me, I know whenever I was failing by like 3, 5, 4, 7 points. And I was like, you know, if I can just get this math down, I think I'll be okay. So I really took that into consideration this go round and decided to go ahead and just study the math. And when I tell you, studying her math, the way she broke it down, I could do it all day long. I mean, of course on a calculator, but she just explained it so well. So if you're struggling with math, check out Karen Clymer's YouTube channel. She has a plethora of videos on math. She breaks them down so good. I don't know, I wouldn't have passed if I didn't come across her YouTube channel. So Karen Clymer, please go and watch her videos. And the last person that tremendously helped me was Michelle Earley. I believe I'm saying her last name correct. She actually has a prep course. And so whenever I was going through her YouTube channel, I loved her prep classes. She would have these prep classes that you could purchase, but she recorded them and then she put them on YouTube. And so it's like you're kind of taking the class with her. You're just not there to, you know, ask questions personally and all that good stuff. Back home, I went through Champions and I did their prep course, and I liked it because you can take tests over and over again until you passed. And it was pretty much like mock exams for the state and national real estate licensing exam in Texas. But Champions didn't have a prep course option here in Florida, so that really sucked, and I really wanted to take a test. So I ended up going ahead and purchasing her real estate prep course online, and it helped so much. I took that a couple of times. Once I saw that I was passing, I was like, I think I have this down. Like, I really think I'm gonna pass my Florida real estate licensing exam the first time. So I ended up doing that, and because I did that, I went and got my money back from Prep Agents. So yeah, they would definitely give you a refund, just putting that out there. So yeah, just make sure you're keeping your options with what you want to study, where you want to study, because there are just so many resources out there. And I think I just got an email, like a promo email from our company, that she's actually starting real estate certification courses. So I'm excited for her, and I know it's going to take off, but and I'm sure she's just, you know, helping a lot of people pass on the first try. So Michelle Earley, definitely check out her YouTube channel. I will link one of her videos below, and then I will also link her website below as well. And that's how I freaking passed. I did meet a friend out here. Her name is Sashaya. She studied with me. She had study materials. She just got her real estate license about a year ago. And so we studied together. And just like I did back home, I had a friend. And just kind of having a friend studying for, you know, your real estate license, it just really helps not doing this stuff by yourself. I know I'm in a Texas Facebook group. It's a lot of people in there that are, you know, working on getting their real estate license. Now I'm in a Florida one, and there are a lot of people in there also working on getting their real estate license. So that's actually a great way to find a study buddy, is if you join some real estate Facebook groups. And it's a lot of people in there just talking and asking questions, studying, all that good stuff. So there are a lot of resources out there for you guys, and I just want to make sure that I'm giving them out as much as I can, because I wouldn't have been able to pass without all of this information. Now, I did run into a little bump in the road, so in case this ever happens to anyone, I feel like it happened to me for a certain reason. It happened to me, so I just definitely want to share in case it happens to anyone else. Once I got my real estate license, typically what happens is you get your license and you pass your test and you get your license a couple of days later. It's like an automatic thing, or automated thing that just, you know, comes through your email. And a couple of days had passed, and I did take my real estate exam on July 3rd. And so, you know, July 4th, I'm like, okay, it's just gonna take a couple of more days. You know, I'll give it about 3-4 days, but I should get my license in my email. And y'all, I did not get my license in my email at all. So I'm just over here like, okay, like, let me reach out. So I called them, and they were like, you know, it can take up to 10 business days. I mean, yeah, it can take up to 10 business days, but it shouldn't take up to 10 business days. And I'm well aware of that. After getting my license in Texas, it did not take that long. It took about 2 days maybe for it to come to my freaking email. So I was just like, okay, what's going on? So y'all, like 2 weeks passed, and I still hadn't gotten my real estate license in my email. So I called them a couple times. You know, I kind of felt like I was giving them runaround, or, you know, just wait. So my girlfriend was like, you know, talk to a manager, have it escalated. So I did. And come to find out, there was an actual problem. Whenever I did my application, they are supposed to manually go in and add a rollover to your application. So it's like, once you pass, they manually add a rollover so that, you know, your license can be automatically generated once you pass. And for some reason, my application was like a little overlooked, I guess, and the rollover wasn't applied. So my license, my application was just in like la la land, was just in like a real estate purgatory, low key. And there's nothing I could do about that. There was no waiting, there's no nothing. They had to go in there and fix the problem. So I'm happy we were able to get that escalated, or I would literally still be waiting for my real estate license. So it kind of like, it didn't really set me back because of something that was going on in my life, but I just want to let y'all know, in case it happens to you, it's probably an issue with the rollover. So just keep that in mind. If it takes more than 3-4 days to get your license, not including the weekend, reach out to them and just have them check that, because that's a thing. I am still with Caldwell Banker. Caldwell Banker reached out to me last year and offered me a great, you know, contract to come and work with them, and I've loved it. I've done a lot of marketing with them. Their marketing resources are out of this world. So coming to Florida, I definitely wanted to keep my options open. I was very honest with them, but at the end of the day, Caldwell set a standard that I feel like a lot of other brokerages won't be able to meet. And so once you just have that type of structure and, you know, professionalism, and it's just a lot that a lot of other brokerages are kind of lacking, you're not gonna wanna go anywhere else. So I'm an advocate with a lot of people joining Caldwell, especially new agents. They have the training for you. They have the resources. You have access to so much at Caldwell, and you know, the consistency is there with you as an agent. Even though there's so many agents, you don't feel like left out. They're definitely gonna be there for you. So I feel like a brand new agent out here. Honestly, I'm, you know, working on a pipeline here. Thankfully, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I was able to partner with Chase Chase has a preferred real estate agent program that they work with. You have to have at least 20 transactions in the last 2 years to be eligible for it. And thank God, about time I came here, I did a couple more transactions and I qualified. So that's where that I'll be able to build my pipeline through the Chase Home Story Preferred Agent Program. I will be doing a lot of farming here. Super new to the area, so I'm always driving around, like learning where the heck I am. But real estate isn't about how long you've been in an area. It's just, you know, something that you have inside with being a successful real estate agent. So I'm starting over with you guys again, and I'm excited. I'm a little terrified because I just know how my real estate experience was as a new agent back home, and I feel like I'm just a lot more prepared, and I'm just praying for the best. So if you guys, you know, found this video helpful, just give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, let me know how your real estate journey is going. Follow me on Instagram, Tajay Serene. And if I miss any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment box below. I respond to everybody, and reach out to me on social media if you have any questions. I respond to everybody there too. It may take me a couple of days, but I will definitely respond. I am thinking about starting a mentorship program, maybe at the end of this year, beginning of next year. And I just want to continue helping a lot of people get their real estate license and just learning about the real estate game, because it's an amazing career field to get into. And it's, you know, obviously helped me be able to move and really explore what the world has to offer, little old me. But yeah, that's it for my video today. Sorry for the delay. Obviously I had a little bit of stuff going on, but there will be a lot of more content coming soon, I promise. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed. Bye.